Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
A meta-analysis of 67 peer-reviewed studies found that humans detect deepfakes with an average accuracy of 55.54%. That's barely above a coin flip. Your eyes, your experience, your gut, performing at the level of random chance. If you work in investigations, identity verification, or digital evidence authentication, that number should stop you cold. It means the tool most professionals default to, careful visual inspection, is statistically no better than guessing. And the deepfakes you're most likely to encounter aren't the obvious ones with melting ears and 6 fingers. They're engineered specifically to defeat people who think looking closely is enough. So what actually works when your eyes can't be trusted? First, the reason most people believe they can spot a fake. We've all seen those side-by-side comparison videos online, the ones where a deepfake has blurry teeth or the background warps when someone turns their head. You catch it, you feel sharp, and you assume that skill scales up to more sophisticated fakes. It doesn't. According to researchers at the University of Florida, AI programs detected deepfake still images with up to 97% accuracy, while human participants performed no better than chance on the same images. Catching an obvious fake and catching a well-made one are completely different tasks, like noticing a crayon drawing of a $20 bill versus catching a professional counterfeit. That counterfeit analogy actually maps perfectly onto how real detection works. A professional currency examiner doesn't just squint at a bill. They use a light table to check microprinting, magnification to inspect security threads, and texture analysis to confirm paper composition. Deepfake detection demands the same layered approach. Multiple instruments, not just eyeballs. So what are those layers? The first one is spatial artifact analysis, examining individual frames at the pixel level. According to research published in Science Direct, face regions in deepfake videos appear measurably smoother than real ones. Genuine human skin has micro-texture irregularities, tiny pores, uneven pigmentation, subtle scarring. Synthetic faces tend to sand those details away. Researchers detect this by analyzing statistical differences across color channels and building mathematical maps of texture patterns. Your eye can't see those statistical gaps, but an algorithm can. The second layer targets something even more surprising: your body's own biology. According to research indexed by the National Institutes of Health, deepfake algorithms struggle to replicate physiological signals that real faces constantly produce. Subtle skin tone shifts caused by blood flow beneath the surface. Natural eye blink frequency. The precise way gaze direction coordinates with head movement. These signals follow predictable biological rhythms, and fakes often get the timing wrong. A deepfake might blink too regularly, or not enough, or show lip movements that drift a few milliseconds out of sync with the audio. Catching that drift requires frame-by-frame temporal analysis, checking consistency across dozens or hundreds of sequential frames, not a single frozen screenshot. Why can't investigators just pause the video and study one frame at a time? because that strips away the very information that makes humans useful. According to the University of Florida study, when researchers pitted humans against algorithms on video, not still images, humans actually outperformed the machines, correctly identifying real and fake clips about 2/3 of the time. The algorithms dropped to chance levels. Humans picked up on motion cues, expression timing, and rhythm that the programs missed. But that human edge evaporates quickly once you're reviewing multiple clips, or the media's been compressed, or someone has strategically edited the sequence. And compression is where things really fall apart. Every social media platform compresses uploaded video to shrink file sizes. That compression creates its own visual artifacts, blocky patches, color banding, blurred edges. Those artifacts look almost identical to the traces left by deepfake manipulation. So an investigator staring at a compressed clip faces an impossible sorting problem. Which glitches came from the platform and which came from the faker? That distinction demands algorithmic analysis. No amount of careful watching can separate legitimate compression noise from synthetic manipulation traces. Now consider what happens when detection tools move from the lab to actual casework. According to reporting from Brightside AI, state-of-the-art detection systems that scored above 95% accuracy on clean benchmark datasets saw their performance plummet by 45 to 50% when tested against real deepfakes circulating online. Open-source detection models managed just 61 to 69% accuracy on authentic deepfake datasets. That gap between lab conditions and field conditions is enormous. Vendors publish those high benchmark numbers because they come from controlled environments with pristine, uncompressed footage. Most buyers never think to ask what happens after the video's been downloaded, re-uploaded, and compressed 3 times. The core problem isn't that detection tools are bad. It's that structured validation, spatial analysis, physiological signal checking, temporal frame comparison beats intuition. The moment complexity exceeds what one person can hold in their attention at once. A solo investigator watching a single clean clip has a real advantage. But scale that to a dozen compressed clips in a fraud case, and intuition becomes liability. So the takeaway in 3 sentences. Humans spot deepfakes about as well as a coin toss 55% accuracy across 67 studies. Real detection requires 3 layers: pixel-level texture analysis, biological signal checks like blink timing and skin tone shifts, and frame-by-frame motion comparison. Lab tools lose nearly half their accuracy in the field, so no single method, human or machine, works alone. The next time you watch a video and think, "That looks real to me," remember that confidence is exactly what a well-made deepfake is designed to produce. The written version goes deeper. Links below.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.